Today we are going to do a simple but a heart-touching poem, a photograph written by Shirley Tolson. The poem revolves around the universal theme of loss and separation. In the opening stanza, the poet describes the childhood photograph of a mother who is no more. Shirley Tolson shares with the readers the happy childhood memories of her mother. A person may change with time, but the memories attached with the photograph cannot be changed. Let us start with the poem. Students, listen to me carefully as I explain the poem. See the first line. The cardboard shows me how it was. One day, the poet finds an old photograph of her mother pasted on a cardboard sheet. When the two girl cousins went peddling. Here, the poet describes the photograph. What does she see in the photograph? When two of her mother's cousins went peddling. Now, peddling has got two meanings. First meaning is to walk in water that is not very deep. Second means to move in a small boat. But here, in this poem, peddling means to walk in water that is shallow or not very deep. So the cousins went peddling on the beach with narrator's mother. It is clear that the picture has been taken on a day when the three girls, poet's mother and her two cousins had gone paddling at beach, each one holding one of my mother's hand. Each of the cousins held one of her mother's hand. Why? And she the big girl, because her mother was the eldest one. How old? Some 12 years or so. So about 12 years old at that time. All three stood still to smile through their hair. So they were giving a pose to the uncle who was clicking their photograph. And when he was clicking the photograph, the wind blows her hair onto her face. A sweet face. Whose face is sweet? My mother's. As her uncle clicked their picture with the camera, her mother's face was sweet. And that was before I was born. And this photograph was taken much before the poet was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less. The sea in the picture is still the same because nature is permanent. It does not change fast. Washed their terribly transient feet. And in the picture, the sea seemed to be washing their feet. What does the poet want to say through these last two lines? Human life is short-lived as compared to nature. Now students, look at the last three words, terribly transient feet. The literary device used here is transferred epithet. What is transferred epithet? When the adjective for one noun is transferred to another noun, like feet here. Life is temporary. Feet are not temporary. But here, what the poet has changed? Life with feet. That is why transferred epithet. And this is also alliteration, as you can see the use of word T. Transient and terribly together. Let us revise what we have read in this stanza. The photograph pasted on the cardboard shows three girls, Betty, Dolly, and the poet's mother. Each of them, that is Betty and Dolly, was holding one of the hands of the poet's mother, who was a big girl of about 12 years. Her uncle had camera. All three stood still facing the camera. The face of the poet's mother is a sweet one. The poet says that the photograph was taken long before her own birth. Since then, her mother's face had of course changed since the time the photograph had been taken. In contrast to this, the sea, which lay along the beach where the photograph was taken, had changed to a lesser degree. That means the sea had not changed much. The sea seemed to be washing the feet of the poet's mother and her two cousins the day photograph had been taken. The poet calls those feet terribly transient, since all the girls in that photograph had stopped being young and had grown up, but she remained the same. In this stanza, let us see what happens after 20-30 years. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. So some 30 years later, mother would laugh at the photograph, and what she used to say? See Betty and Dolly, and look how they dressed us for the beach. So she felt amused at the way she and her cousin came dressed to the beach because those dresses were out of fashion. The sea holiday was her past. Her refers to the poet's mother, and mine is her laughter. Mine refers to the poet. The sea holiday was a part of mother's childhood. So this is mother's past, and the laughter of the mother is the poet's past. How? Her mother is no more. That is, mother is dead. Both Rai. Rai means disappointed or twisted with pain, you can say, with labored ease of loss. So let us see first the two words both Rai. Both refers to mother's laughter and the poet's memory of a mother. The mother had lost those happy childhood days, and the poet had lost her mother. That is why Rai twisted in pain. Then, with labored ease of loss. Labored conveys that both the poet and the mother, they were struggling. They were trying to cope up with their loss. Which loss? Mother cannot bring her childhood back, and the poet cannot bring back the laughter of the mother. Yet both had realized that the loss was final and they have to accept it. Therefore, they easily accepted the fact that it was a final loss. In the last line, the literary device used is oxymoron. What is an oxymoron? It's a poetic device where two opposites are used together. In the last line, you can see labored and the word ease. Both are opposite to each other. The first stanza describes the childhood of the poet's mother. The second stanza describes the middle age of the mother or the childhood of the poet. In this third stanza, we are going to read about the period after her mother's death. Now she has been dead. She refers to the mother. Now she is dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. That girl refers to the girl in the photograph. And in the photograph, that girl was 12 years old. So what do these lines mean? In these lines, the poet says that her mother has been dead for the past 12 years. And of this circumstance, it is about the fact that her mother has passed away, leaving behind nothing but memories, and there is nothing to say at all. She has no words, the poet has no words with which to explain how the death has affected her. Its silence silences. The fact that her mother is no more, the death of her mother, has left her speechless. Thus, students, we have seen that the poem is about the transience of human life.